Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm just a little bit late. Trying to find my adapter to hook my internet directly into my laptop, and we can't find it. So fingers crossed the Wi-Fi works. David's still looking for it, but I had it the other day. I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, hello. Happy Boxing Day if you celebrate. What a crazy couple of days it has been around here. Truthfully, just about everywhere. So I'm just going to say hello to, hello, Tanya. Hello, Jean. Okay. And I'll just give everybody a couple minutes. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Like I said, it's been a crazy few days. Late Thursday, we started getting the snow here. And hello, Living by Faith Homestead. Hello, thank you for coming. Yeah, we started getting snow here late Thursday afternoon, and it didn't stop until late Christmas Day. Sometime Christmas Eve night. I think it stopped because it was actually sunny, but very cold yesterday. But the sun shone bright. The sky was blue. It was nice, but it's been, and the funny thing is Dave and I went out for the first time today since Thursday, and we really didn't get that much snow here. We really didn't. Looking at the snowbanks from all the plowing and everything, we didn't actually get a lot, but the snow was so bad you couldn't see. I mean, we had 90 car pileup. They closed the highway where we are, which they never do. Stores closed. Things weren't open even on Christmas Eve. It was crazy. It would definitely be a Christmas to remember. We were okay. We hadn't planned on going anywhere anyway. We were in for the holiday. Just a second. Sorry, David's still looking for that thing for me, and it's making a lot of noise. Yeah, we weren't planning on going anywhere. Like, we were hunkered down, and we got the new generator, and we didn't need it. We were one of the lucky ones. We did not lose power. It flickered a couple of times, but we did not lose power. Hello, Shauna. Thank you for dropping by. Hello, Marnie. Thank you. Snowy Peterborough. Yeah, we did not get anywhere near what they said. Originally, we were going to get like 3 feet of snow or something like that. We did not. We really didn't. It just looked like a lot at the time because we had the wind, and the wind is what scares me. We have a lot of trees on our property and a lot around our house. We've taken a lot down, but we still have a few that need to come down. And I was worried that Mother Nature was going to bring them down. And as long as she dropped them the right way, I was okay with it. Hello, Tracy. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, it's one of those things, like I said, you prepare for it and you pray you don't have to use it, but you have it. So now we have it, and we probably will never have to use it, but that's okay because I'm prepared. Just knowing we have it made me feel so much better about if we did lose the power, especially as cold as it got. And it is cold here right now, folks. Very cold. I can tell you, I have a thermometer that's outside, and it's in my kitchen window, so I can read what the outside temperature is. Right now, it is 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's without the wind chill. With the wind chill, which I can tell you in just a second, it is, even Florida's cold. I talked to my mom yesterday. It was 39 degrees Fahrenheit there in Florida. That's cold for them. Like, that's crazy. So right now we feel like 10 with the wind chill, 10 Fahrenheit. Brr. That is cold. So yeah, but it wasn't dark here until almost 5:30, or actually at 5:30 it was still, I wouldn't say pitch black yet. So that was pretty nice to have. It's already starting to see the days getting longer. So, but yeah, so I hope you all, I don't think there was a state that didn't get touched somehow by this crazy blizzard, storm of the century. I know Port Buffalo, New York is hurting bad. And then Fort Erie, Ontario, which is of course on the border to Buffalo, they got walloped hard too. So I hope you're all doing well and still had a good Christmas. I got a little touchy about people being so upset because I thought, oh my gosh, it's your family wants you safe and not traveling. So if you have to celebrate Christmas the 26th, celebrate at the 26th. At least you're alive and okay. So yeah, that kind of, and you can always give a picture of the gift if you couldn't get out to get that last minute gift or whatever on Friday or Saturday. But anyway, the temp here is 5 degrees. Feels like -2 in Iowa. Brr! We're going to go negative overnight. I know that. So definitely going to. I'm sorry if David's photobombing. He's still looking for that thing. I will look for it later. I know. I don't know what I did with it. I really don't. The house is absolutely upside down. I love Christmas. But I'm really ready to start putting things away. We're actually going to take down the kitchen Christmas tree tomorrow because I've had enough of the clutter and stuff. So see, they're celebrating tomorrow. As long as you celebrate, does it really, if it's not on the 25th, believe me, Jesus won't mind if you celebrate. As long as you are alive and well, he won't mind if you celebrate a day or two later. Hello, Andrea. Thank you for dropping by. We've had -40. I seen that. Actually, I saw Montana. I thought they gave us a typo. Montana had -70 the day before Christmas Eve with their wind chill. There's pictures of bison at Yellowstone Park, just coated. They look like a statue, and they're coated in ice. They probably were loving it, but it was amazing to see that just coated. Yeah, it's crazy. Hello, CRT. Thank you for dropping by. I'll just give everybody just a couple more minutes. Yeah, Tracy, that's true, right? Yeah. So he won't mind. The important thing is you celebrate. You're safe and you celebrate, right? So I'll just give everybody a few more minutes to drop in, and I got a couple things I want to talk about, some exciting things happening. So I'm looking forward to talking to you about them. I've got I'll just talk one little thing. So I don't make resolutions. I don't like the word. I don't. I do like to make goals that I set for the year. And one of my goals last year was, to get out of my comfort zone and try new things. 13 here in Wisconsin. It was negative on Christmas Eve. Brr, cold. So I did try quite a few new things last year. One of them was I wanted to finally learn how to pressure can, and I am so glad I took that step. That was the best thing I did. I learned how to make my own lotions. I still didn't do my tinctures and things, but I'm hoping to do those next month. But anyway, that was some of the goals I made for last year for, trying new things. One of my goals for this year is to try at least one new recipe a week. And because I have got so many cookbooks and a binder this thick full of recipes that I have been collecting forever. And I'll make them someday. Well, when is someday? Well, someday is going to be next month because I already started a little bit actually this last week or two. I've started trying one new recipe a week. So that's one of the things I'm trying, and it's coming up perfect with this pantry challenge that Jessica at Three Rivers host. That's going to be happening in January. So I'm excited and to share that with you. And I'm going to be honest if they're good or bad. So that's one of the things that I want to talk to you about. And I'm going to give everybody another minute or so, and then we'll get into it. I'm just going to take a little drink of my tea here. I'm sitting in front of my fireplace and I'm finding it cool, but I have jeans on right now, so I find them cold. I will say we have been celebrating the holidays a little too hard this week. I kind of got on the scale this morning. I shouldn't have. But I could feel it. Like I could feel like, I think I put on some weight in the last week or two. I didn't put on as much as I thought, thank goodness. I put on 5 pounds. I thought I put on 10. So I'm happy for that, but I can feel it. And these jeans I have on can feel it. These jeans are telling me, girl, lay off the Christmas cookies. So we're not making a resolution. David and I are just getting back onto the health wagon too after this week. So I actually froze all my Christmas baking, half of it. I froze half of it. And I've been doing that for a couple of years now. And the kids love it in February. They can pull out some Christmas cookies and have cookies in February and March. So yeah, we've been celebrating a little too much with the good eating, but we've definitely got to rein it in, so to speak. It just seems like when everyone's home all day and there's nowhere to go, you eat. At least that's what I've been doing. I've just been kind of like snacking here and there all day and not really eating suppers or not eating lunches and breakfast because I'm snacking for breakfast and lunch. So it's yeah, I gotta stop. So we will definitely yeah. Just the main thing is stopping eating again after 6. We were doing really well, and then this time of year hit, so we need to stop doing that. Like after 6 o'clock, no more eating. That's the main thing. We notice a big difference, and we're going to start wearing our Fitbits again, and so we can start making sure we are moving. Because you think you move a lot during the day, but at least this time of year, you're not moving as much as you think. So we're going to do that. And we have this big expensive treadmill we bought this summer, and Aiden, for the most part, is the only one using it. So I am, even if it's 5 minutes a day, I don't like exercise. I'm not an exercise girl. I love to go hiking and I love being outside, but just to like go to the gym, it's not for me. It's just, I've tried, we've bought gym memberships, we've gone, and I don't like it. I don't like it. But if I can just even do 5 minutes a day on the treadmill, that's 5 minutes more a day than I've been doing. So let me see. Yes, goals, hopes, and prayers for a better year. Let me down for about 7 years in a row. I decided to focus on what I can change. Much better thinking for me. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I make all these resolutions, especially about weight and stuff. And then when it doesn't happen, I feel bad. So I find I do better if I don't make my weight a resolution. I don't. And it's not even so much about how I look now. It's how I'm feeling. And I want my energy back and everything like I was getting. So I'm not even setting a goal for a weight. I'll know when I get there. It might be 25 pounds. It might be 40 pounds. I don't know, but I will know. So fudge was the one thing I didn't get to. I actually didn't make half of what I wanted to, which is just as well. I was going to send some into work with David, but between the C word that we had, and then it went around his office, and then people taking off different times for vacations and stuff, I just never got a chance to take any in for him. So, and I didn't want to make all of that and then have it here. So I had some pretty good successes with my baking this year. I made a pumpkin custard for Grace and I, because truth be told, we're not big pie crust fans, Grace and I know it's controversial, but we're not. So I just made it was delicious. It turned out amazing. We loved it. I'll definitely be making that again. That was so yummy. I had some failures too. My shortbread were a disaster. Absolutely disaster this year. I don't know what happened. It's the same recipe I always use, but they were a disaster. They like literally all went to the garbage, which breaks my heart because it was a lot of ingredients and I hate wasting ingredients, especially now, things so expensive. I don't know what happened, but I'll try again maybe in Valentine's Day. My sister made that saltine crab. Yeah. Chris, yeah. You didn't make one cookie, just baked beans. I always have my mother make her baked beans when she visits us because I just love them. So I hope I'm okay. They're telling me my connection's not the greatest, and I would plug it in if I could find that darn adapter. New laptops don't have the spots anymore for a lot of the things you plug in. So I had to buy this adapter, and now I don't know what I did with it. I had it a week ago. So, okay. It's been 15 minutes. We got 16 people in. So, hello, Patrick. I had prime rib on Christmas, and that was it. No cookies or treats. Yeah. Actually, we have prime rib for New Year's. We have it every year. Somewhere, I don't know. I don't know if I heard about it from my grandmothers or what, but prime rib was always considered good luck on New Year's. I don't know if that's true. I don't know where I heard it, but, and we actually have one in our freezer from our beef order that we got a couple months ago. So I don't even have to buy one this year. It's already, so we're doing that. So first thing we're going to talk about is the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge. I did it for the first time last year. We only did it for January, and it was very successful. I was very happy with what I was able to clear out, and we, for the most part, stuck to the budget we had set. Truthfully, if I didn't have my children, I could do this pantry challenge and probably have a $10 a week budget just for my creamer for my tea. Like, truthfully, I probably could, but I have children that have issues, dietary issues. So we set, I think, a budget of like $25 a week last year, I'm pretty sure. And for what we were able to do it. So I really enjoyed doing it. And like Jessica said, sometimes she started doing it because she was canning everything and never using it. And what's the purpose of canning it if you don't use it? Because she was always afraid, what if we need it? What if we need it? So she started realizing when she prayed on it that we need to prepare out of wisdom, not fear. So she said, you need to use it and know that you'll be having another garden and another canning season. And I hear that a lot in my head. Prepare out of wisdom, not fear. I've been saying that a lot this last year. So that's how she started it. So I love that. And I've canned a lot more this year than I did last year. So I definitely have things to use up. We definitely have a lot of things in our freezer. We still actually have a lot of pork from the quarter pig we bought at the end of January last year. We have a good portion of that. So we're going to be going through that. We did ham. Oh no. I heard a lot of people have been sick over Christmas. That's too bad. Yes, Patrick, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Hit that like button. And so we're planning it in January. I've started menu planning, and I have another thing to talk to you about that in a second. And this year we're going to do things a little different. We're still going to I'm still going to do like a $25 a week budget for the kids, but because of the prices of everything, if we see things on sale for a really good price, we are going to buy them this year. I can't afford not to buy them if they're a good price, because they might not be that price in February or March. I think we're going to try and do this challenge into February too this year. But anyway, I can't afford not to pass up the deals. We just can't right now with the prices of everything. And the prices of everything are supposed to go up again in February. So that's what we're hearing anyway. So but my plan is whatever I buy in January, I'm not going to use during the challenge. It will definitely go into our stockpile, our stores, the freezers, things like that. And it won't be things we're going to be eating with the challenge. That's my plan this year. It's a little bit different. Things are so expensive. And when we see things on sale, we're going to have to pick them up, especially particular things, especially like cheese. Cheese is ridiculous here, guys. I mean, all our dairy is ridiculous here. And that's supposed to be going up in February, like significantly. Hello, Brenda. Thank you for coming in. Good is going to double. Yeah, we're hearing it. We're hearing there's supposed to be we've already been told for sure there's going to be a dairy increase in February 1st. They said that on the news. So that being said, let me see. I just wrote down a couple of things, and I'm still deciding how I'm going to film the challenge this year. As you all know, I have, because I've complained about it enough. I don't have the greatest internet here. And truthfully, taking my laptop and going to some place like Starbucks or someone with internet is not always convenient. Try not to run 2 cars right now every day if we can help it. We're blessed. David's still full time for the month of January. So he's having to go to work 5 days a week uptown. So that's running gas, and gas is supposed to go up again in January 1st here in Canada. And then it's just the weather. I don't like driving in bad weather. I don't like it. And I don't like going out of the house when it's cold. I do the chickens and that's about it. And I bundle up like I'm living in Alaska. So it's not convenient. So I'm just trying to decide, should I film every day? Like last year, what I did was I filmed 1 or 2 days and posted it. Filmed 1 or 2 days, posted it. I think the most I was able to do was 3 days. So just a second. Oh my gosh. Yes, I totally remember you when I flew home in April to surprise my mom for her birthday. I do remember meeting you. Oh, sure. So the Pantry Challenge is each family sets their own rules, but I will tell you what Jessica rules are that she does for herself. In January, she does not go to the grocery store. She does not buy anything from the grocery store. She uses everything that's in her stockpile, that's in her that she's canned, all that. That's what she uses, even if she runs out of something. And she said what's wonderful is over the years she's been doing this, I think this is her 7th year doing this, they found great recipes and substitutions. So now some things from the Pantry Challenge became her family's favorite meals because of it. So that's what it is. Different now, like I said, and last year when I did it, we set a $25 a week budget to help buy some dairy and things like that for our kids, because our kids were not too happy about this pantry challenge. So I did that and I stuck to it, and we did it just for January. She does it for January and February. We're thinking about doing it in February because David goes part-time work in February. He goes back to part-time contract for February and March, and we're praying that they offer him a full-time contract again in April. So that's in a nutshell, basically using up everything you've been doing, canning or using, having a stockpile, things like that, starting to use all that before it goes bad, because that's the worst part, when things go bad. And you're like, oh, my work, and I didn't use it. It's my own fault. I didn't use it. So now I have to throw it out. So that's pretty much it. In a nutshell, some families set a $50 a week budget. Some families say, look, we cannot live without fresh lettuce in January, and they'll buy lettuce a couple of times a week. There's something else I want to talk to you about too. Now I talk about lettuce. So that's basically it. You kind of, the Pantry Challenge police aren't going to come knock on your door if you don't follow what you say. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. We eat oyster and replace things or use. I would feel anxiety eating down my insurance policy. Not everybody. Part of me, certain things, I definitely feel it. There are certain things I'm like, when I start seeing get down, like Aiden's rice and Grace's rice, because the two of them live on rice. Like Grace eats rice almost every day, if not for supper, for lunch. So when we start getting down on that, that makes me nervous. So that will come into my budget for this year. Making sure that I buy rice if I need to. Our kids eat it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you should. I'm definitely, that being said too, we have a lot. We are blessed. Like, we were looking at our refrigerator when we were trying to find room for all the leftovers, and we are very blessed with the amount of food we have. We really are. That being said, we need to start eating up some of it, because I'm running out of room. So if I do see deals, there's not a whole lot of places right now, especially the freezers. So, but that's why I'm doing it a little bit different this year. If I see things on sale, I'm going to start. I just started taking inventory today so I can plan for the meals I will make and not end up with just beans by the time we are done. Yep, I'm doing the freezer, the cabinets. Yep, exactly. Oh, yes, we definitely have used things past. My mother would probably have a heart attack if she heard that. But yep, I food saver my meat. My mother would have a heart attack if she knew how long we've gone past some of the Best Buy dates. But yeah, it's leftovers. Yep, here too. Actually, the next 4 or 5 days it's leftovers, because we've got stuff from Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to eat up. So I hope I answered your question. It's Dina. I think that's how it's pronounced. If you have any other questions, just let me know. And then if you check the hashtag 3 Rivers Challenge, there's a lot more information on the Pantry Challenge. Yes, rotating. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to hopefully save some money and put some money aside for when we are part-time, when David is part-time again. Thank you, CRT. Yep. Hashtag 3 Rivers Challenge. So, and yeah, hello, Steph and Chris. Thank you for dropping in. So, Ed, just got to thinking. So, I was talking with Tanya the other day, and I asked her if she wanted to do this with me, and she's all for it. Her and I are going to try and grow lettuce in our windowsills for the Pantry Challenge. And just lettuce here, I don't know if it's the same in the States, but lettuce here is ridiculous. We have not bought salad or anything in over a month because I won't pay the price. I mean, a little itty little bit of head of lettuce is like $6-7 here right now. It's not even organic. It's crazy right now. And I know they've had issues or whatever it is, it's very expensive. So her and I are going to try and grow lettuce in our windowsill. And I'm going to start this week. I am just waiting for my soil to arrive, because I have no more dirt left and it's too frozen outside to get any. I just need some more. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for coming in. I hope you had a great Christmas too. Oh, you have an arrow garden. Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're absolutely crazy. So I'm going to try and grow some in my kitchen window and see what happens. At least get enough to add to, like some tacos or things like that. So look for we'll be filming it and seeing how it does. So we are definitely going to be trying that. So the next thing I want to talk about is I now have membership added to my YouTube channel. It's 99 cents a month, and you get different things. You get special little emojis when you come on a live and you post, type. You'll have a little special symbol next to your name that lets people know you're a member. But to make that a little bit more exciting, because, that's fine and all, but it's not very exciting. I have been working template for menu planning for the Pantry Challenge. And because I find a lot of the meal plan journals and all that have so much more than I need at the end of the day. I just need something simple. And so I thought I'll make my own. So if you become a member to my channel, perfect. Okay, perfect. So if you become a member to my channel for 99 cents a month, you will get access to the template for free that I have made. And I am going to, if this works, I'm going to share my screen to show you what it looks like. And there it is. Okay. Oh, it worked. So this is the menu plan for the Pantry Challenge that I made. Going forward, I think I'm going to make others. So you will get a link to this template, and you can fill in whatever you want your own. And what this does is it's through Canva, but I tested it with my husband who does not have Canva. You don't need actual Canva to work this. It'll be a link. You click on it. It'll tell you to use your Google account if you have a Google account, or Facebook, or however you want to sign in, and it gives you access. And then you can type in what you want, and you can either leave it on your device, or I'll be printing mine off. I actually printed off one right here. It's hard to see with the light, but I printed off one. And I will be, that was just a sample. I haven't filled in anything yet. I'm doing that this week, my menu planning. And I'll have that on my refrigerator. And what I added here was take out of freezer, because I am terrible about remembering that. I put some, enough space here to type in each thing for my menu plan, like the prime rib on New Year's Day. I'll take that out New Year's Eve. But anything else I need throughout the week, I'm going to make sure I take out and remember, because that's the big part of doing this. Remember to take out my stuff. And that's it. It's a simple one, but this is all I want. So like I said, if you become a member for 99 cents a month to my channel, you will get this template for free. My other news is I'm hoping, fingers crossed, next month, January of 2023, I will finally have my website up and running. So I'm really excited about that. I've wanted one for years. I've wanted to do a blog for years, and fear, not knowing exactly how to do it, whatever you want to call it, kind of kept me from doing it. And I'm not going to let it anymore. So I am going to be starting that. I've been working on that last couple of weeks, and hopefully it will go up sometime next month. I was hoping to get it on the first day of January. I don't think that's going to happen, but it will be hopefully sometime in January. I will have my website up. So I will let you know when it's up and running, and I will have templates on there. Recipes will be on there, just different things. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to take this down. Yay, that worked. Woohoo, I'm getting better at this. I will say, yeah, part of me is I did this whole thing back in the fall where I meal planned for 21 days, because they say it takes 21 days to break a bad habit and develop good habits. And meal planning really, really helped us. It helped me figure out what we're having, and it helps us eat healthier. We eat healthier when I menu plan. We meal plan. We just do. And last year for the Pantry Challenge, I did the whole month of January, and I loved it. It was, I mean, there were a couple of days, a few things might have got switched around, but for the most part, I totally, am I buffering? I totally loved the meal plan last year. It was the best thing having that. So I'm definitely working on that this week. And I have to go through all my recipes, because part of it is trying a new recipe, at least one a week going forward. So thank you. I appreciate it. Lynn, I eat mostly a bachelor's diet with some meals being simply green. Yeah, if that's how you eat, and if you're using things that are in your pantry, then absolutely that is. And I don't know, Trey, maybe meal planning would help you eat more regular meals, unless you don't want to, in which case that's fine too. But I just know for us, and I get mad when I fall off the meal plan train, menu planning train, because we fall back into bad habits. So I have less anxiety when I am organized and have A, B, C, D. Like, it's just the way thing. And part of that's probably being a military spouse. We needed to keep things going, when he was away, especially in order to keep our sanity. So I think that's partly where that comes from, and growing up as a military kid too. But part of it is too, is just my personality, my me. I like things neat, ordered. I don't like things messing with my schedule. I get all thrown off if it's too much, and my children are very much the same. So, yep. I mean, you can set your own rules, Trace. If there are some things that you need fresh that you can't live without, then you can say, okay, every week I'm going to buy $25 worth of fresh lettuce or dairy if you don't have access to a cow, which we don't. Things. Now, Jessica does it February too. Yes, Havercroft. She does it February too. Some people only do it January. Some people do it for February too. We are going to try for both. February might be a little more not shopping, because that's the first month David goes back part-time. So February might be a true pantry challenge for us in February. Yeah, okay. That's what I think I'm doing. I think I'm going to try and do I publish videos Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. That's going to kind of make it difficult with the pantry challenge. So I might be going back to maybe doing like either two videos a week, where I'll do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, post on Wednesday, and then on Saturday, post Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday would have to somehow come in maybe I'm not sure yet. We're figuring it out. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're allocating just for the dairy. Because, well, I have to have my cream for my tea. I do. I could get away with powdered, which I do have now. I found powdered whole milk the other day. I was so excited. So I have some in my stockpile now, and I'm really curious to try it during the pantry challenge and recipes and things. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So I'm excited about that. And so I gotta, and then Grace has non-dairy. Grace has her non-dairy yogurt, which during the pantry challenge, I am going to try and make yogurt. That's one of my new recipes, because I've never tried it. I'm going to try and make dairy yogurt, and I'm going to try and make her non-dairy yogurt and see how we do. Because then if we don't have, then that will really make the $20 a week easier to do. So same. That's the same. It's the same way with me with my crochet patterns. I will have to live to 150, actually maybe even 200, to make everything I've saved for a pattern. I'm never going to make all that stuff. Yeah, it will be. I know we don't necessarily buy a lot of junk food, but that would probably be the first things that go. So that's another goal of mine going. I do not drink enough water. I don't. I admit it. I am terrible about drinking enough water. I drink a lot of tea, but I don't drink a lot of water. Now, we got a soda stream 2 months ago. I'm not a big one on that fizzy water. And I'm like, well, if I get the soda stream, I can control how much fizz I make. So they sell that bubbly that you can add to your water for the soda stream. And of course, I just do a lot of my own fruits and things, frozen fruits and things I put in my water to flavor it, and that helps. But you still miss that little sip. So I've been trying adjusting the amount of fizz, if that makes sense. And I think I found the amount I like. It's a little tiny bit fizzy, but a little bit better than just plain water. So that's one of the things. The other thing is I'm dehydrating a whole bunch of lemons to throw in, because I love lemon in my water, but fresh lemons, they get expensive. Well, coming up, that's the other thing I will be buying next month. I get my citrus and stuff next month. Even Jessica gets her citrus and stuff in January. She pays for it in December though. So technically she's still doing the challenge. But I'm going to dehydrate a bunch of my lemons and throw them in my water. So I don't always have to have the fresh lemon around, especially when it's on sale. So I'm going to be looking for my citrus here soon. Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can make non-dairy. As a matter of fact, Jessica, I feel like I'm talking about her a lot, but I just admire her and I like her channel. Jessica, her family is dairy-free because her son has huge, like scary allergies to dairy. So they don't have any dairy in their house. And she makes non-dairy yogurt all the time. Yeah, and it will just make, yeah, exactly. I have so many that I printed out. I have so many, like you said, bookmark. I'm going through them this week because this is another thing. I'm trying to get more clutter. I've been kind of doing that all year. I'm just taking that goal into 2023 with me, and really trying them. That way, if I don't like them, I can recycle the darn recipe, throw it in the recycling bin, and not have it take up room. So I've heard that about using the capsules. We really have a lot of plain yogurt. I eat plain Greek yogurt and then I sweeten it myself with my own homemade jams and jellies, so I know how much sugar is going into them, or maple syrup or honey, whichever. And I froze some, so I have some to use because I'm just going to use some of that. Same for Grace. Excuse me. I'm going to try making it just with some of the yogurt we already have for her. If not, I think I saw on Amazon they had the non-dairy starter, but I did see that the capsules you can work. And I saw this. Yep, same here. Same here. And all day I keep thinking, what's wrong? I've forgotten something. What's wrong? And then I realize, no, I've got thrown off my schedule and things are all, yeah. So I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what we're probably going to be doing. But I'm going to see about now foods, probiotic supplement capsules. Can I use them for the non-dairy too? I don't see why I couldn't, because that starter culture is expensive. And the whole point is I want to use it cheaper. Yeah, that's the other thing. I've heard, I didn't hear about buying the culture until just a few months ago, because I'd always seen them just use some from what they already had, which is what I'm going to try. But I guess if you want to make yogurt and you're all out of the stuff you already had, you got to have a culture somewhere. So, but we eat a lot of yogurt. Grace and I eat it pretty much daily somehow. So one of my favorite ways, honestly, is homemade apple crisp with some plain Greek yogurt topped on top. It is so good. So good. So I put it on my oatmeal. Like we eat it a lot. So I think we're going to go through a lot of there. I think we're going to go through a lot of yogurt coming up. Greek yogurt I love because I eat it for breakfast and I am full until supper. So, and I have been out of that. I haven't been doing that. So gotta get back into it. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about tonight. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. So what are some of you guys' goals for, we're not calling them resolutions, remember, we're calling them goals. What are some of your goals for 2023? Oh, I will tell you something funny. So, and amidst all the blizzard and everything, Friday is when it was really bad. It was blowing. You couldn't see anything. I got a notification on my phone that my order had been delivered. And I'm like, what the heck was delivering out here? And it was one of my seed orders from M.I. Gardner. It came during that storm on Friday. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I could not believe it. So that was pretty funny. It is so good. It is so good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like if you're completely out, like if you don't have any more and in the store, yeah. It's not 30 minutes away from us, but it still would require us buying it. And if I don't have to buy this yogurt during the Pantry Challenge or ever again, especially her yogurt. Her yogurt's expensive. I mean, mine's gone up too, but the non-dairy yogurt is not cheap by any means. And like I said, Gracie eats it every day. She gets the big container of plain vanilla, and it's gone in 2 or 3 days because it's not real big. So many cool stuff we learned. We didn't record any of it. Jake says his goal is just to stay alive. Oh, that's a great idea. I actually have a cookbook. I think mine's a little bit newer, 1955. It was sold by some ladies at the local church where I grew up. They had done a whole bunch of recipes and things. I might haul that out too and see what's in there to see what they did. Trey, I'm sure. I mean, you know, you're next. You're the next closest, and we got Annie there, so we can get you there, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to write this down before I forget. All right. I'm going to look for them this week and see if I can find them. Oh, and Tracy, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. As everyone can see, he has this little symbol next to his name here that just lets you know that you're a member. So, and to get the template, if you become a member, you're just going to reach out to me at my email, which I am putting up on the screen right now. You just send that to me if you become a member, and I will send you the template. I hope to have the template up on my website too when I get my website up and running. And I love doing this kind of thing, making these things, making them fit me personally, what I find. I'm going to be working on a garden journal that's a real garden journal for people like me. I found I didn't use mine a lot last year because so much of it didn't pertain to me. So I'm going to work on one to have ready for the spring that starts with like seedlings and stuff. So I seen that. I wanted that you were thinking about this, that you're going to try to. This is silly, but does it taste like cow's milk? Or David always told my husband grew up with goat's milk, and he always told me that you could not tell the difference with goat's milk as long as it was fresh. If it got into a day or two old, then you could taste the difference, and that's when they didn't like it. There you go, Tracy. Some advice from Dave about your videos. Anybody have any garden goals that they're hoping to do this coming year? I don't want to say I'm not making any, but my goals last year let me down. Like, it was such a bad year last year that I think maybe a quarter of the goals I set, I actually reached. Part of that was the weather. My gosh. And the weather, this crazy weather's not going away. This year of weird weather is hanging in there. But I know I've said this before, but I'm changing what I'm growing. I fell into the trap that I warned everybody else not to, and I got caught up in trying to grow everything last year. That was also one of the reasons things failed, because I had way too many eggs in a basket, so to speak, and just, did not work. And that's the other thing. Dave and I are going to start trying to buy our supplies next month for my new garden project. So sheep's milk is sweeter and creamier than cow's milk. Oh, okay. I'm really debating. I'm thinking about selling plants again this year. I just kind of did it with what I had left over real quick last year, and the response was amazing. And people told me if I had more kinds of plants, they will definitely buy from me next year. So I'm thinking about starting plants to sell, but not necessarily to plant myself. I don't know. I say that, and then March comes around, and I want plants in my house. So we'll see. Oh, that's nice, Jean. You'll have to, when you get it done, you'll have to send me a picture in my email so I can see it. I'd love to see that. Oh, anybody have any plans for New Year's? We have big plans. We stay in our pajamas and don't leave the house. We don't. We try to get everything on the 30th. Like we don't even want to go out New Year's Eve day to get any snacks we might need. We usually do takeout for New Year's Eve. Chinese food usually has been the thing in the past, but we don't have a great Chinese restaurant around here anymore. So I'm not sure what we're doing. And we usually play games, do some movies sometimes. Last year we did karaoke. That was fun. But usually big games. We like to, we're a board game family. And Dave and I love cribbage. We play cribbage a lot this time of year. We play it year round, but this time, especially while he's off. David doesn't go back to work to the 9th of January. Neither does, and Aiden doesn't go back to school to the 9th of January because they were in school so late this year. So, yeah. Oh, you're working New Year's Eve, Cheryl. Are you a nurse or doctor or paramedic or something? Just curious. Yep. We don't go anywhere. And we are grateful we don't go anywhere because being home is where we like to be. And yeah. Tanya and I were talking about this. Some of my seedlings did terrible last year. I know what I did wrong, but some things I didn't do wrong and they still did not do well. And it was exhausting. I had to take in and out so many plants last year trying to harden them off. This year, if I do grow plants inside, I am going to make sure I look at the weather and days that we have like a couple cloudy days in a row, I'm just going to leave them out there. And not have to keep bringing them in. So a physical therapist. So you don't work New Year's Eve night, do you? Just the day? New Year's Eve. Oh, you have to work the actual New Year's Day. Oh, wow. You don't even get the day off? That's, yeah. There have been many New Years. We haven't seen the new year come in. Last year, we specifically stayed up because we wanted to see 2021 leave. Like we did the Irish tradition where you open up the front door to let the old year out, and we opened up our back door to let the new year in because we weren't taking any chances last year. So yeah, that we were. And I don't want to say this year was bad because a lot of good things happened for me this year. My channel took off really well. We had a lot of good things happen, but yeah, I hope 2023 is going to be better. David and we went out, I think once. We'll be married 30 years next year. And I think in 30 years of marriage, when we were together, he was away a couple of New Years. Yeah, I think we only went out once. And that was like to a local party, like a house party. It wasn't a bar or anything. So, yeah, that's it. That's the only time. Let me see. We were hosting a New Year's Eve prom. That sounds like fun. Yeah, hospitals are 24/7. I didn't think physical therapists, like I didn't think you'd have to be, but I guess you'd have to be there too. So, and we thank you for that. I know our hospital systems here right now are a mess. And we'll just say that they are a mess. There were a couple of years where Grace never made it to midnight and Aiden would, and he rubbed it in her face. And then she said the third year, that's it. She says, I am staying up, and God love her. She did. But man, the second it was 12:01, she ran for bed. We stayed up last year. We did stay. It was hard. I was rubbernecking it. If I want to stay up, I'm probably going to have to take a nap. Yes. Thank you, Cheryl. Very much so. Yeah, no, that's what we do. In Ireland, they open up the front door to let the old year out and the back door to let the new year in. And we'll be doing it again this year. So I know our linemen, our hydro workers have been working. They've missed their Christmas Eve, their Christmas Day with their families, helping people because so many people here had no power and it was cold. And it was very, 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 very cold. And they were out there working as hard as they could. We saw some of them on our street, and we could see out our window working, because it's weird how people down the road from us lost power, but we didn't. I don't know why. God was watching us, I guess. But they, you know, people complain all the time it's not coming on fast enough. And there was pictures today on Facebook of our hydro workers in Fort Erie, which is right on the border to Buffalo, New York. They were up to past their waist in snow, trying to get the electrical wires up onto the pole to get people hooked back up. And they looked so cold, and they were working as fast as they can. So I know it's cold, and I know you feel like they're not working fast enough, but let me tell you, seeing them in that deep, waist deep snow, trying to get power back on for people, they're working as hard as they can. They want to be done too and go home, you know. So my heart went out to them. So they lost their, sorry, I just lost my light here. They lost their Christmas with their families too. I just said, hey, look, in a few years, when you're all together talking, you'll say, oh, do you remember the Christmas of 2022? We had the storm of the century, you know? So I know it's easy for me to say because I was with my family, my children, my husband, and I was warm and we were good. But I personally don't travel during the holidays because I know how crazy it is. I mean, you're just not dealing, even if the weather's good. And it doesn't mean just because the weather's good where you are, where you're going means it might not be great, but it's just the amount of people and things. So and the airline industry is a mess right now too. Thank you very much. So I do not want to be traveling right now. Oh, well, I'm glad they're okay. You know, because you can replace things, but you can't replace lives. But that is heartbreaking. Yeah, maybe we'll do the windows too the next day, just to make sure. Oh, see, and that's what it's about community helping. That's wonderful. There's been great stories that have come out of people who were stuck in front of people's houses and snowbanks in their cars, and people went out and said, come into our home, and they had perfect strangers come in and stay with them for 2 days, celebrate Christmas Eve with strangers. There's been so many stories just locally. Even there were people who got stuck in front of some of the houses here, and in different parts of the town, and people took them in. So I mean, that's the stories I want to focus on, because man, there was a lot of sad stories today on the news. So that's wonderful that they got together and helped them. It's awful. I know there's been a few fires here too, and I think it's because people were trying to, they haven't said yet, but I'm wondering if it's because people were trying to find ways to stay warm that weren't safe. And they started fires. They haven't said yet, but I'm curious if that's what it was. So anybody else have any other goals for this coming year? Any questions about how I'm doing the Pantry Challenge or anything? Do I have any other things? This probably, I was debating about doing a live because I've changed my lives to Saturdays instead of Wednesdays because it's working better for us as a family if I do lives on Saturdays instead of middle of the week in the evenings when my son needs internet for school. That being said, this Saturday is New Year's Eve, and we do a lot of things as a family, so I probably won't. This probably is going to be my last live unless I try and do a pop-up during the week in the middle of the day. But I have got so much going on that I got to get done. I have a video coming out Wednesday. It's for a collaboration that I joined called December, DIP December. Actually, let me just put it up here. That's the hashtag. And it's also got contests too with it. If you watch the videos and you comment on each video, the more videos you put a comment on, the better your chances are of winning a gift. And there's quite a few people. So my video is going out on Wednesday. I am making a dip I've never made before, but this December challenge gave me an excuse to make it. It's cranberry salsa. I've been wanting to make it for a couple of years and I've just never done it. So that will be going up on Wednesday. See what I think about it. Trying to get a video out. that was the other thing. If you remember, I'm also trying to do a video of bloopers from the year that haven't made it into my videos. And man, some of them are a doozy. I'm trying my best, friends, to get that out for New Year's Eve. It might be a few days into the new year. I have 225 videos that I have posted on YouTube this year. And it's a lot of footage to go through. I mean, it's hours and hours and hours of footage, and I'm trying my best. I will get it out. It just might not be New Year's Eve. And I apologize for that. I shouldn't have said anything till I had it done, quite frankly. But it's a lot of work trying to get it put up. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to finding what I have in there. Because, I mean, just thinking back to all the things I preserved cherries in June. I preserved pumpkin, squashes, potatoes that came from my garden. There's so much that is there. So, Tracy, gonna be honest with you, I'm finishing up mine now. Like, I'll finish it tomorrow morning. I have it edited right up until what I need. I just need to finish it tomorrow and get it uploaded and scheduled for Wednesday. I not like this. Normally when I know I have something I got to do, I pretty much get it done. But it's just been one of those months. And then, like I said, we were sick for a couple of weeks. So that's, yeah, I would know. We don't get a pound anymore. It's not a pound of bacon anymore. But it certainly sounds like it could be a meal. So thank you, friends, for dropping by. And if you have any questions at all, please, you can always reach me at, let me put it up here again. You can always reach me at this email here. If you have any other questions you might want to ask about membership or the template or anything like that. I have been watching the Dip Summer videos. Some are great. I'm behind. I'm hoping to get caught up over the next, over this week. I'm hoping to get caught up on some of them. I watched the first few and then life just got insane. So I will wish you all a very, very, very happy new year. I pray for you all health for the new year and happiness and all good things. I want all good things for all of you. So I will say that, and we will see you in 2023. I'll probably do a live the very Saturday. Well, you might see me before then. I don't think I can go too long without doing another live. So I will post and let you know. Until then, I have my video coming out on Wednesday and hopefully one on Saturday. If it's not the blooper video, I hope to get another one out, maybe preparing for New Year's Eve or something. So Happy New Year, everybody. Stay safe, stay warm from this cold, and we will see you all soon. Take care. God bless.